Hey guys, so I'm just gonna dive right into it and I'm just gonna say something crazy, or at least I don't think it's crazy, but a lot of people do. Um, I'm not gonna tell my baby that Santa Claus is real. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not doing the whole Santa Claus thing. Um, and this will come as a shock to a lot of people. I know, like, Christmas runs deep in the Western world, but I have a reason for this. And before we go any further, I will also say that my husband disagrees with this right now. I'm fighting tooth and nail over this. I'm very passionate about this, and I'll tell you why. So, when I was growing up, Santa Claus and Christmas, the biggest holiday by far, like the biggest deal. So much excitement, so much joy around Christmas. So don't think that I had like some like, oh, the saddest Christmas experience and that's why I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it because no matter how you frame it to yourself, it's a lie. You're lying to your children. And it's a fun lie. I know it's like, oh, it's so fun. And, we're just teaching them about the joys of giving and stuff. Cool. You can do that without lying. Like, I don't know why people think like you have to have this like lie about Santa Claus to teach kids a lesson. Like, there are plenty of ways that we can teach our children about the joy of giving and, enjoying Christmas and all of these things without lying. Because, like, let's just be honest. How do you explain realistically that you let some man come into your house every year? Like, there's a lot of holes that, if you would talk to a kid about this, they kind of try to poke holes in the story right away because they're like, but wait, how does he get in? Like, because we were told, like, oh, that he comes through the chimney. Well, what if we don't have a chimney? Is he still going to come? Like, there's just all of these questions that are valid questions. And yet, as adults, we're supposed to, like, be like, oh, it's just magic. He just comes in and, and some people, and I'm not saying that this is the only reason why, but some people use Santa Claus as like a bribe. Like, if you're not good this year, then Santa's not going to come, or you're going to get coal, or, whatever. And in my opinion, that's just not necessary. Like, we don't need to use Santa as a ploy to help kids, like, learn how to behave as human beings. So, anyways, I grew up with like Christmas was such a big deal, as I was saying. Always like so many presents. And the presents were fun to open, but honestly, like I can't really tell you a lot of the things that I got. Like I can remember maybe like one present a year, and the rest I'm like, I don't know, a bunch of stuff. And to be honest, like I'm not really into like having a lot of stuff. I like to like have ownership over my life. I don't like stuff like running my life and like taking over my place. Like it's just I don't like crowded things. I don't like when the space is cluttered. So anyways, my room was usually cluttered with stuff and it probably didn't help my mental health so much. Just, looking back in retrospect now that I know that clutter really like triggers me or bothers me. So, anyways, it was always really fun and exciting, but I just feel like we can have a Christmas that's fun and exciting without the lie of Santa Claus. Like, why can't we volunteer on Christmas Eve to teach a spirit of giving? Why can't we help the kids choose a gift for their loved ones, you know, without the Santa, like it's just a lie. And the thing that like really bothered me the most when I was a kid is okay, I was like a really snoopy person because like I guess I just didn't trust what people were telling me. So I just always had to like snoop through my parents' stuff or my mom's stuff and my sister's dad. And like snoop everything. Like I just had to get to the bottom of things, like what's going on. And I was like an eavesdropper. I'd listen to people's phone calls, like at the top of the stairs, like what are they saying? Are they talking about me? What are they talking about? Anyways, I I found out that Santa wasn't real because I was snooping around, and I almost gave myself up actually. Like, so the story is my mom, this is the year of like the Furby. If anybody is like old enough to remember Furbies, I got one when I was like, I don't know, 9 or 10. And anyways, we drove like deep into Michigan. Like I'm Canadian, and we drove into the US and then like far into Michigan State to get what my mom said was a shirt for grandpa for Christmas. And like, I mean, come on, it stunk of BS, but I was like, "Oh, okay, I wasn't 4, I was a little bit older." And anyway, so we did the transaction went in. I had to stay in the car, which I was like, this is shady too. We drive all the way back, and my mom's like, "Don't go into my closet." Guess what? As soon as she like went away, I went in her closet and I found the Furbies, and I was like, "Oh yes, Furbies, Furbies," because it was, like a big thing. There was like always a present every year. I'm sure this still happens in the West, but like I said, I'm kind of removed from that society now. And anyway, so Christmas comes and I'm like just tearing out all the gifts. I'm like, this isn't a Furby, this isn't a Furby. Like basically not giving a shit what I was opening because it wasn't a Furby. And everything's open and I'm just like, where is, like I almost said, where is my Furby? Which is so shady, like, and greedy to be like, where's my Furby? But I was a kid anyway, so I look up and my mom had like put them on the fireplace, like it just like, surprise. And I was like, Furby, so excited. But then I was like, okay, because it was like to Sam from Santa. I'm like, Santa? I'm like, Santa bought the one that my mom bought? Like it, I knew that it was a crock of shit from then on out. And I think I even asked my mom about it, and she was like, oh no, Santa's real. And then, I don't know, I eventually just kind of called her out or something like that and kind of came to the realization that it was a big lie. And obviously, I had to keep it going because I had a younger sister. But I just, like, then I felt like I was, like, complicit in lying. Like, maybe some people would feel like, ooh, I'm older and I get to, like, keep a secret from, or a surprise from my younger sister and make it fun. But I just felt like kind of a little, like, ashamed and, like, guilty and a little rotten on the inside because I was just lying. It was a lie. So, I don't know. I personally believe that we don't need to lie to our kids for them to, to instill the values that Santa Claus allegedly teaches people. We can still have fun. We can still open presents on Christmas morning and get excited about it. It doesn't have to be this like Santa thing that makes it so exciting. And also, can I just say, like, how many pictures do we have to see of kids like screaming and being terrified of this like bearded man? Like for what? Like for Christmas cards or something? Like a lot of these kids don't like being put on a stranger's lap for a photo. And I know it's supposed to be like cute and fun, but like would you put your kid on any other stranger's lap? Like I don't know you, but I wouldn't. So I'm not doing Santa. I think it's not cool. If you want to do Santa, that's cool. That's your business. I'm not gonna tell your kid that Santa's fake. I don't want to be, again, I don't want to be like in this lie. I don't want to be a part of this like mass lie that's taking place. I just want to be honest with my baby. I want to be like age appropriate honest, of course, but I just want to be honest and I don't want to have to like cover my tracks and be like, ooh, because like I said, I had a lot of like snooping and like nosiness in my past, and it just like it now looking back, it didn't feel good. So I'm not doing Santa. It doesn't feel right for me. We're still gonna do presents. We're still gonna do joy of giving. We're still gonna probably, when she's older, watch Christmas movies and have fun. Maybe, I don't know, gingerbread house or something. We're still gonna have fun, but it's just not gonna be this like surrounded by this lie, this big like creepy lie about this old man coming in. And we can tell the story. We can say like, you know, the myth surrounding Santa Claus, but we just don't have to lie about it. So that's how I feel about Santa. And also, my other point about this is that magic is real. And you know what? Like, I'm just going to preface this with, if you don't believe in something, then it's not real to you, period. Like, if you believe in Santa Claus, then to you, he's real. And nobody can tell you anything else. But if you don't believe in something, then it's just not real to you. So for me, magic is real. I believe in magic. I think, manifestation is real. I think there are no coincidences. I think the universe works in mysterious ways that I think it's magic, for lack of a better term. Like, how can you say that, like, having, for example, you buy a bunch of ingredients at the store to make a dinner. You take the time, you prepare it, you put your beautiful, loving energy into the food, you cook it, and at the end you have this amazing, nourishing meal that helps your body sustain itself. Like, how is that not fucking magic? Is it like, I don't know. I feel like there's like this like block of magic, maybe from like, the history of witches being burned at the stake, and now this like science or nothing mentality that there can't be anything that can't be explained by science, which, I mean, guys, that's not what life is about. Science can't explain everything. And if you want to live that way, that's your business. But like, I'm telling you that I personally think that magic is real, and people need to like not be so hard-headed about, like, it's not black and white. There's gray areas that can't be explained, and just not being so caught up on the gray areas that they're not real, and like fighting that it's not real, so I don't believe it. That's cool. Just don't be so worried if other people do, because they're not hurting anybody. This isn't like a dangerous way of thinking. I personally, herbalism, maybe some people consider that magic. It's, working with herbs, working with plants. That's not crazy. Like, it's a thing that people have done for thousands and thousands of years. Same thing with magic. Now, am I saying that everybody should go, get candles and like start doing spells and curses? I don't know. That's your business. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Personally, I don't think curses are necessary. Like, just let karma do its trick. I don't know. So that's how I feel, guys. Magic is real to me. And there's so many more magical things going on in the world than the big lie of Santa Claus. And if we can help our kids see this magic, which honestly, it's not difficult for them. They already have the magical way of thinking. And to be honest, like, through our society and on other societies too, we cut it off for them. Like, we kind of stomp it out of them. Like, oh, that's not real. And we don't need to do that. Let's foster this like imagination, this beautiful, magical way of thinking that kids have. And honestly, we can learn a lot from kids too. They're closer to, source or the divine than we are, because they came from it sooner. Like, they're younger than us. So like, the younger the person is, the closer to the divine they are. And also like old people too, they're in that mindset as well. Like, I'm talking really old, like ready to die, not like she's 65. Like, no. So, anyways, guys, thanks for listening. What do you think? Are you going to tell your kids about Santa? Do you think that magic is real? I'd love to know your opinion. I really would. Um, for those of you that are watching and that made it this far, awesome. Thanks so much. And if you want to hear some more ramblings and hear some kooky ideas from old Sam, subscribe to my channel. I mean, why not? It would be really cool. And honestly, I'm really enjoying doing this, so I really appreciate it if I would, have the ability to reach more people. And if you think that I'm crazy, that's cool. I don't really care what you think. Have a nice day. Bye.